How you doing, everybody? It's Captain Jack. It is a special Ask Captain Jack show. I know that normally these are on Sunday, and as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I was driving home yesterday because I wasn't flying. Like Carmine said, at least I'm not bitching about the airlines. So it was late. I tried to find a restaurant there I could set up, do my show from my computer, but the restaurants are on the road. Uh, they all closed at 10. So I was thinking, well, who's going to allow me in this restaurant to do my show from 9 to 11? And the answer would have been none. So I had to postpone for a day. I ended up going to a restaurant to get something to eat. Uh, Not that you guys care, but I said, hey, I can't do this tonight. I will have to do it on Monday, which is today. Let's get this a little bit better here. And yeah, the baseball motif is still up because no time. I got home late and I got some sleep, went to work. I'm always chasing sleep. This weekend, I will get some rest. I will get some rest this weekend because I'm not going to the game. And no, don't say it's because I'm mailing it in for the season. I'm going to be a Raiders fan forever, forever, forever. I'm a 50-year Raiders fan. Why am I going to change now? But I will say this. This is the I'm not sure what the words are. This is the hardest I've ever had to endure something after a highlight from the previous year. The Raiders have always been, an unnerving franchise. They bring you up, they bring you down. But I always remained a fan because it was always a team that I respected and that garnered respect. And I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but I really don't know if that's true anymore. I don't know if that's true anymore. And this is probably one of the hardest words I've had to say is it used to be there were the Raiders and 31 other NFL teams because the Raiders were different. They were the team. And I was talking with Jay today, who went to the game and was there beside me when we were watching. And she was talking about how Al Davis would do this and Al Davis would do that. And Al Davis would have the team. He didn't care. He didn't care about penalties if you were setting the tone. And she reminded me that, Al would tell the defense that go out and the quarterback, the old expression, the quarterback must go down and he must go down hard. That's true. And he stated that, unless the quarterback was down at least 4 times, I'm not sure if it was the first quarter or the first half, then the defense isn't doing their job. And it's one of those things where he didn't care. He didn't mind if there were 15-yard penalties for unnecessary roughness because it set the tone. It set the tone that the Raiders were to be respected and feared, and that you weren't gonna just roll over the Raiders. And unfortunately, that's not true anymore. I still love my team. I will always love my team, but the Raiders are just another football team. They have gone to Vegas for a great stadium, which they've always needed and wanted. They've deserved a new stadium. But with the new stadium, you get the blowback. And the blowback is this, that the PSLs and the tickets were so high for consumption that that's why there's not a true home crowd anymore. And I'm telling you, it's not going to ever be a true home crowd for maybe for years, maybe until the Raiders start winning, because people are going to recoup their money for the PSLs as much as possible. They're going to sell tickets. They're not going to be like me that go to almost every game. And I fly from Florida to Vegas and back. Not this weekend. But I fly, and I'm not sure, I'm not the only one that does it. But the people that are there to see the game are going to sell their tickets, and they don't care. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you're going to want to get your money for your tickets. But there will always be the other people in the crowd. And it's just going to be that way because Vegas is a destination city. And people are going to go, hey, our team's playing the Raiders this year. Let's make plans. Let's go out there. Let's we can go to a show. We can do a show on Friday. We can do another show on Saturday. We can go hit this place and that. Go eat and do this and that. And then on Sunday, we can watch the game. And then, maybe Monday we'll do something else and we'll fly back Tuesday, make a whole weekend out of it. And that's the way it is. Every team that is the visiting team is going to want to come there. So until the panache of the new stadium wears off, and that every team has had a chance to cycle through at least once, it's going to be it's not going to be as bad. Hopefully, it's not going to be as bad as what the Chargers had before they left, because Charger games were a Raider home game. And they still kind of are, but I was surprised that this year when we went out to LA that there was quite a few Charger fans there. I was wrong. But if you're looking for the Oakland home field, you're not going to ever get that. In my estimation, you're not going to ever get that again. And that's okay. But you need to put a product on the field that is worthwhile to watch. Let me get caught up with the comments. Hey, Rich, good to see you coming at you. He's coming at you live. I hope you hear from OG. Yeah, I know he's mad as hell. Anna Diaz, good to see you. Permission to come aboard. Jay, there's my gal from South Carolina. Good to see you, hon. Hollywood is at the game with me as well. Hello, Hollywood. He just got home. I'm glad you're home. Oh boy, got to catch up. Jay from Grand Theft. Greetings. Matthew 72007. No, Sharif, this is not on Roku. You were telling the camera, so I couldn't read your lips on what you were saying. I was just, when the camera's on me, I'm just saying things about Raider. We're going to seek, we're going to destroy. We got this game. Don't worry about it, Matthew. And yeah, no Roku tonight, Sharif. Uncensored. Did your car delay you this time? No. Is that a play on words? No, I got a truck anyway. Bearded Pig is a great barbecue spot. I'll have to try that, Sharif. We had adventures at last. You said months ago you wasn't going to the Colts game. Yes, see? Sharif said that. Sharif, for you, when you get in studio, because I know you want to talk, Is there if there are things that we need to talk about on that? Good. 2017 was the same thing. Yeah, and that I see that as well. But I believe that it's very similar. Quarterback should be able to make a sandwich and ask the players if they want something. We need pressure, not put cross. Yeah, true. Captain Jack, we looking terrible. We'd have to improve to look terrible. And Jay says Mark Davis is soft. I kind of agree with that. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't have the Oakland passion. That's true. Now, I'm going to disagree with this there, Sebastian, because 2016 we were a playoff team. But Derek Carr hasn't really been the same since 2016. Adam Spencer, we didn't need, but someone wanted him. 17 has coasted this team, or cost his team more than money. Yeah. When they win, it will be worse. Okay. Doc, why would I be mad at you? I'm not mad at you. Okay. Good. Sharif is going to be there. NorCal Jesse, thank you for being here. Got Chris. Yeah, kind of like that, Sharif, invading Miami. Qualcomm, yep. City is destroyed. That's true. So there are good teams and bad teams and 50 feet of crap. Isn't that like from a movie? There are good teams and bad teams. Yeah, out of that is out of Moneyball. There are good teams and bad teams and 50 feet of crap than us. That's out of Moneyball. I got that, Brian. And Curtis Flores, move on from Carr when the season ends. My answer is yes. Sean, thank you for being here. Okay, yeah, again, no Roku tonight because I did a Roku show last night because I had to do a Roku show. So I had the rebroadcast, I think, of Thursday's show, I think. Or no, I did a rebroadcast of the Daryl Hobbs interview. Look, make sure you watch the Daryl Hobbs interview. But yeah, you can let it fly tonight. I'm going to post the link. And it's before I do this. I'm gonna say two things that I learned. This is intelligence that I learned. Okay, this is stuff that maybe you may have thought, and it. I want to go over a couple things. Okay, before I hit the things that I learned. You guys have heard. You guys have heard about where Derek Carr, I think he was in his presser. I think it was in the presser, stating that there were things that to be discussed, but he wasn't going to discuss them in an open forum or something along those lines. Because there's lots to talk about, but he can't talk about it. Okay. Use that as a background. Okay. Use that as a background. And then you see today, I got a chance to read quickly that Devontae Adams called out Josh McDaniels and the team. Well, actually, mostly Josh McDaniels. He said, "No, we're good." But he called out the coach. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you. Now, you guys know that I work analysis for the government. I won't say anything beyond that, but I'm an analyst. And when I find things out, I learn from sources. And a source close to the team gave me this information through another person, through another source. And I quote, the team is not happy with the play calling. The team is not happy with the play calling. And that is now I don't know whether that's on McDaniels, if McDaniels is calling the plays. I don't know if it's Mick Lombardi, but the team is not happy with the play calling. Ergo, that's why I think that the effort is kind of half-assed. The effort is half-assed. Now, I also don't know whether that goes for the defensive players as well. I don't know. The quote is, the team is not happy with the play calling. That was the quote. And the defense, as you know, has aside from Max Crosby, has sucked. Aside from Max Crosby, the defense has sucked. Okay. So, having said that, that's the one thing. A close source, a source close to the team, stated that the team is unhappy with the play calling. The second thing is this. All of those people that are bitching about Darren Waller's injury, well, he needs to come back. He needs to come back. And this is a direct quote as well. Darren Waller has a torn hamstring, not a strained hamstring, a torn hamstring. That is why we haven't seen him. The Raiders have not stated that. The Raiders are underplaying his injury. A torn hamstring for Darren Waller, not a strained hamstring, which is a big difference. So those are my two tidbits. Again, source close to the team. That's all I can say. And not get in trouble. If you lose an interim coach, you only coach high school football. Next, that says everything you need to know about me. You know, you're right, Matthew. I just saw today that Jeff Saturday, who is the interim coach of the Colts, yeah. Now, granted, you know, it's not really him. What you have to remember is that the Colts players and the Colts coaches are all still the same. So if Jeff Saturday just like oversees things, he's doing his job. Kevin, good to see you. Mark Dazer walk down the field and fire the whole coaching staff in front of the whole stadium. That would be nice. I don't think it's going to happen. Phillies got robbed. Yeah. I'm not real happy about losing the Astros either, Chris. Zero chemistry between coaches and players is showed on fields. Yep. They're not happy. That's true. Big Worms in here. Thank you. Yeah, it was a tough World Series. I had a chance to see some of the games. I didn't see the game on Saturday. I was at the event. Hey, Chris Pex, good to see you. F. Waller worried about his videos. Way to F the Raiders over after they took a chance on you. Okay. Celia, good to see you. Please get in touch with me. Please get in touch with me because I it's hard for me to get a hold of you. Please get in touch with me. Good to see you, Celia. Celia is my Raiderette from Fresno. Yeah, they had a very animated discussion. I don't know, what that entailed, but it was animated. They were in one corner of the locker room. And again, good to see you, Celia. That's my gal. And this is as well, poor execution. And it's true. It's not just the play calling. It's the fact is that the Derek Carr has not been on point. A lot of dropped passes. They have not been on point. There's a lot of that should have been caught. There's a couple that were caught that the officials took away, like the Adams catch last week. And Adams was pissed off, and according to him, and this is what I was able to read, that Adams was pissed that the Raiders got away from what was working. But the guy said, well, they changed the defense in the second half. And Adams was still adamant that he could have caught a lot of things. But here's the thing. Adams is not the only player on the field. He's not the only player on the field. And Moreau was working well. The rushing game was there. Spend all this money for tickets this year to see your team perform. Gabe, you are so correct. It's a lot of money. And to see a shit product, I'm doing okay, Worm. Thanks again. Raiders need to figure it out fast, but I believe they can turn. Dave, maybe, but it would be a if they don't play with the heart, if they don't play with the heart of a team that is playing for somebody. And here's what I will say about last year with Rich Bisaccia. I am still of a mind that Rich Bisaccia was not the answer. I'm sorry to say that. They did play for him. I see that. But Rich Bisaccia needs to bring X's and O's to the team. He needed to do that. Now, granted, he needed to bring in a staff, and they gave him a perfunctory interview. But Rich Bisaccia was going to keep the same defense, and I don't know what he was going to do with the offense. And that wasn't the answer either. So, yeah, there's video proof of Valdez cheating again. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've seen that. So cheaters are cheaters are cheaters. Get through this. There's somebody about the end that really inspires. Okay, well, they were like last year. They were the underdogs too. Bird about Carr not allowed to change play at the line, has to throw the ball to play. Yep, that's what I heard. That's what I heard, Brian. That he is not allowed to change the plays. Hollins is underutilized. That's true, Jay. The nation doesn't deserve. That's true. Shows out what Young needs started not showing up to the game. Then the ownership will actually think so. No, and actually, the thing is, Gabe, is that the tickets are bought. The tickets are bought. Remember, you have your season tickets. The tickets are bought. It's you can sell, which is what people do, but the tickets are bought. So you got that, and the TV contracts give you your money. The tickets are bought. If you want to eat tickets, that's an expensive way to say F you. Sharif, I said that. The execution has not been there. I said it. You heard me say it, right? And I like this from Matt Marino. Like Gunther, McDaniel's putting square pegs in round holes. And how long did it take for us to fire Paul Gunther? Years too long. And I agree with this. We're a laughingstock. We don't beat Jeff Saturday. I don't want to say tanking, but they're not playing well. And yeah, tickets are still going to be there, and they're going to be for sale. Yeah, and we'll sell the tickets. We'll sell it, but I've already made plans this year. The hotels and reservations. All right. So having said that, and I see that, Sharif, but I am on record. The Raiders need to draft a brand new quarterback. But they're going to be, this is a building process. They're going to have a brand new quarterback. And they're going to have to rebuild. And I agree with this, but Sean Payton, where I didn't get it. Sean Payton, I love Sean Payton. And I actually was talking with Jay about Sean Payton. That's the only coach that's available that I would want. We'll have to see. Yeah. All right. Anyway, now I will. Now I will. Now I will. And I've said that about the Raiders needing to draft a quarterback. I've been on record that said that. I've said that for a while. They need to grow. Anyway, there is the link. Let me get the phone up so y'all can have that because I know that there might be some people that want to use the phone. Okay, I'll put that up too. I got a spinning circle. Give me a bit. And again, thank you everybody for being here. Please share, please share, please share. Please share, please share, please share. I see somebody is already there. Of course. The first person in. Who would you think, right? Who would you think? Of course. It's Black Thanos. How you doing, brother? Don't give me some mic checks so I know I got you on square.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Your
Mic
mic is
check.
good, brother. And I don't even have a timer up, so go ahead and start. And you got some free time on you.
Thank you so much. Oh goodness, I was so close to going to Jacksonville. Honestly, the flights were ridiculously cheap from New York. The tickets were cheap as I advertised on my Facebook link. I had a dear Raider friend who had extra accommodation for me as far as lodging is concerned, but it just wasn't in my spirit. And I said I said I'll just lay back and watch it from home and hope for the best, and of course gear up for Vegas this upcoming week.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel for you people who sat through that stagnant Florida humidity to watch another demoralizing display of I'm just running out of descriptions for this team. But it's bigger than one or two individuals, honestly speaking. The culture, the spirit, the mentality. You just see it, and I think the first glimpse of it was weeks ago as Devontae Adams pushed that camera person, and now that was a small spark. It is slowly turning into a powder keg, and something has to give. And some fans are so maybe in shock or in denial that they are suggesting that the team or McDaniels is tanking. I don't buy that for a moment. I think this team was uh, more advertised than what they actually were. We were very fortunate to make the playoffs last year. Yeah, we did win the last 4 games, but that Charger coach who decided to play for a tie gave us a gift. We beat a Browns team that had 25 players on COVID protocol, beat a Cowboy team that didn't have Lamb or Cooper. So, we weren't really decisively kicking nobody's ass, but we did get to the playoffs. However, the addition of Adams, as some people had great expectations and thought that would be the elevation of the quarterback. In truth, it has kind of exposed some other things about him. And sometimes when two people in life, whether it's sports or romance, when you're accustomed to certain partners or you went or the fork in the road put you in different directions and you try to bring it back, it's just not meant to be. The Lakers had that problem. They thought we just bring another big name in Westbrook about a year removed from winning the NBA championship, and now they can't keep a lead to save their life. So a football example of that to a lesser degree is the Raiders. Sometimes you put too much ingredients in a soup, you will ruin the flavor. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what's going on with Waller's injury. And I never had a doubt that Waller had a legitimate, persistent issue. But, some of these fans being like petulant children and upset and needing someone to blame, it's unfortunate that Waller's own father had to intervene in some public social media threads to defend his son as quote unquote Raider fans were basically attacking the integrity of Darren Waller or trying to suggest he's faking or just, dogging it. He's never had that reputation. And a few years ago, he was like the one thing worth bragging about on his team. Let's remember that because we're not even semi competitive if you subtract him from 2019 and 2020, before the emergence of Renfro, and certainly before the arrival of Adams, which is basically looking like Randy Moss all over again. Randy Moss had 1,000 yards in 2005. What did that mean? He had 8 touchdowns. It meant nothing. So right now, this team doesn't seem any different to me than the 2017 team, coming off a playoff year, getting a big star name as a free agent or trade addition. Marshawn Lynch in 2017, Davante Adams this year. A lot of great expectations by the media and the analysts, and all of a sudden, inexplicably crumbling before our eyes. And also in 2017, Carr alluded to a back injury, which briefly took him out the Bronco game as EJ Manuel took over. You notice he dropped that seed to the press about a week ago. Well, by the way, I've been having back issues. So, creating his cop out, if you will, or his caveat for any future struggles. And now with Trevor Lawrence, a second-year kid, having his way with us, and this offense basically dying in the second half, right on schedule. People can say the play calling, but you can't blame the play calling when you're overthrowing guys. Also, the Jaguars dropped 2 interceptions. One was an easy pick six. My heart was in my
I
throat.
saw that. Yeah.
I know you did, Cap. It probably was right in front of you. Probably had a bird's eye view from where you were sitting. But thankfully the Jaguar defenders don't have great hands, but they dropped 2 interceptions, by the way. You can't tank that, or you can't put that on quote unquote just play calling. A year ago today, my friend, I was in the MetLife Stadium watching the 3-6 Giants team whip on us like a bad schoolboy, as our quarterback had 3 turnovers. Josh McDaniels was nowhere around. So it's a complex medley of things that are not meant to complement each other. And if there's anyone going to be put on the chopping block first, history tells me it's going to be Graham. Just to satisfy the ravenous, raging masses. Like, say, for instance, hypothetically, if we lose this week to an ex-center, Jeff Saturday, who with no coaching experience whatsoever, if we lose to them, I can see Patrick Graham getting his walking papers just to kind of put the public fire out somewhat.
Well, but actually, I was going to make a damn it. I had a point and I forgot it. Go ahead, partner. The bell rang, but go ahead and continue with the thoughts because Saturday he has coached high school.
Oh right, yes, yeah, that certainly qualifies him, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm just saying he has coached high school. You said he has no coach. I just wanted to make sure that all factors were put out there. And right. Yeah, I agree with Graham in the fact is that the defense is not winning us games either. The offense isn't and the defense isn't. It is a combination of the team playing like shit.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to brag about. And if you're going to start over, like some people are so upset, they would love to see McDaniels get fired tonight. And then what? So we bring in some interim person. We right back to ground zero. The incumbent quarterback, we will say, well, he need more time to learn the new system, et cetera, et cetera. Stop it. Stop the cosmetic changes, strip it down, and start it all over. That would mean a new signal caller in place, new coach in place, et cetera, et cetera. That way we would all go into this knowing that you have to have a certain allowance for whoever the new quarterback may be, as well as the new coach, to grow together without any preconceived ideas that would taint the chemistry between the two. You're going to need new people or at least a new signal call or something to happen. Because I think if it comes down to Josh or the quarterback, I'm inclined to think Mark Davis is going to lean towards Josh simply because he comes from an institution that has won. He's got Super Bowl rings in his house. He might not have been the biggest part of that, but he was a part of it. we can't say that about a 9-year veteran who still seems to be very meek, non-assertive on the field. If I saw our quarterback running for first down, diving head first, showing emotion on the field, then I could buy into, well, maybe it is the it's, maybe we are tanking, or the coaches just woefully unqualified. I don't see that. I see an acquiesce. I see a lackluster effort. I see an air of nonchalance on the bench where he used to sit with Renfro. Now Renfro is somewhere in Siberia, in an island or somewhere away from him. So there's a lot of things that some of the fans may not be noticing that's translating onto the field. And given his historical abysmal East Coast record and cold weather record and some of the games in front of us, there's no way we can just say, well, Denver is an automatic win.
No,
Like
I'll be out in Denver. I'll be out in Denver in 2 weeks.
Well, you may help in that effort, or Seattle. So my
No,
bottom
I'm
line.
not going to Seattle.
Yeah, okay. Well, my bottom line prediction is we would be very, very lucky to win 7 games. I would consider that a moral victory. If we can at least win 7, and then whatever we have to do in the off season, we will do it. And we will have to clean house and look at these young bucks coming up in the 2023 draft, particularly at quarterback. It's just time. There's no more excuses, no more crying. We can't. We got to get off that carousel of it's the defense, it's the play calling, wide receivers are dropping passes. It's the coach. He got to learn the system. What, we gonna get a 7th or 8th coach, and then we get right back to reset to go through this again? No, stop, no more.
Okay.
We deserve better, or at least we deserve something brand new to believe in with unjaded eyes and a breath of fresh air, just like other organizations have been doing all around us. So for those of
Sharif, kind of wrap it up, Hunter. I gave you a little bit extra.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. You know me, I can go a mile a minute.
Exactly, which is why I unfortunately had to put a keg in it. Wrap up the thought, please, sir.
So anyway, keep your chin up, Cap. We've been through rougher times. I can't say that I'm surprised, but I'm gonna fly the flag regardless. I will be in town this week, and I will talk to you behind the scenes about that. But enjoying the show, and it is what it is, my friend. What else can I say?
Yeah, it is. It is what it is, and that's why I wanted to come on, because I owed the people a show. I've been, obviously I'm tired, and I'm not just tired of the team. I'm physically tired. So, but I wanted to make sure that I did this. I'm on new medicine as well, so I have to gauge the after effects of that. And I got to change with that as well. But Sharif, get with me, partner. I appreciate that. And again, I'm not giving up on the Raiders. I'm not happy with what I see. People, they're saying that I've given up being a Raiders fan. No, I'm not giving up being a Raiders fan. I got 50 years invested in this team.
That's right.
And you got time invested in this team. I mean, the only way that I would not be a Raiders fan is if they changed the name to the Las Vegas Showgirls. Okay. And then I wouldn't be a Showgirls fan because I have no investment with that, right? So I'm a Raiders fan, and I will be a Raiders fan. I will always be a Raiders fan, but that's just me.
Well, if it was Showgirls, at least it'd be something prettier to look at. So,
and that,
but I'll talk to you
I kind of teed you up. I kind of teed you up for the thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take care. Get with me via text or whatnot, and we'll talk about it, brother.
All right. Thanks.
All right, take care. And that was Black Thanos, aka I know him who he is, but that is the Black Thanos on the line. I'm going to bring in Gabe. Gabe is with a winning team, the Giants, who are doing so well this year. Gabe, what you got going on? And give me your best 5 minutes, brother.
I mean, I actually kind of want to talk some Raiders with you. The Giants are on a bye week, so
yeah,
I watched some I watched some Raiders football this weekend,
Uh-huh.
and I was beyond disbelief when I mean, you guys were up. I mean, Devontae Adams looked like the guy you traded for. It looked. Is Carr like on a dog leash? Like, is he on a leash? Like, does
I think he is. I think he's from what we understand, he cannot change the plays,
he?
and
Yeah,
he has to go with the play that's pretty much called, and he has to throw to the receiver that is the primary. This is what we've been told, or at least this is what we've been under the
see,
assumption,
that's your
is that he
problem.
can't change.
You guys just gotta let him play. Like, just let him play his football. Like, you can't. Like, that's like with Daniel Jones. He was on a dog leash for the past years. Everyone had him on a dog leash trying to limit his turnovers, and he couldn't just play the way he wants to play. Then our new staff came in. They set up a system that he can play in, and now the turnovers are not as many, and he's playing his brand of football, and he looks comfortable. You guys,
Mhm.
like, that's your problem. I know you're probably just like onto the rookie quarterback idea by now, but like, if McDaniels came in and maybe put a system in that is good to Carr's ability, I think you guys would have a better record this year. Um, that being said, like, your like middle linebackers got ran over by Travis Etienne. I mean, he ran all over you guys from what I was watching. I don't know if
Yeah,
you.
well, I mean, but you got to get past the line first, and he did.
Right.
And but there's been Etienne ran over the defense as well as Kamara ran over the defense. So, and even the dude that was the quarterback in the Saints, every time he was there, I can't remember his name.
Taysom Hill.
Thank you, Taysom Hill.
Oh, yeah,
He
he's a
ran
beast.
over us,
Yeah, he's a
and it's like
beast.
if he's in the game, it's a running play. I mean, come on, guys. How many times has Taysom Hill? Go, okay, I got. Okay, I got to ignore this call. Okay, hang on. Um, hang on a second,
The
brother.
other thing I observed was that, like, your secondary is like, what is your perspective on your secondary?
The secondary is not the greatest. I mean,
Okay.
Hobbs is out, which means
All
that
right.
it's Doc. I'm sorry, I didn't give the caller some time there, Doc. But yeah, the secondary is not the greatest. I mean, Everett I thought was playing better, but he doesn't seem to be playing well this year. Hobbs has been the best cornerback, and Amick Robertson not too bad. But
All right.
I can't. I mean, I'll be honest. Let me pause this on time. I'm babbling. Not babbling, but I wanted to give you. Um, when I've seen Robertson play, he's played okay. And again, I haven't watched any games this year. I've seen them all personally,
Mm-hmm.
but I have not had a chance to watch any of the games afterwards because without lack of time,
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate, but Everett is not the cover corner that I've been able to see it playing as well. We need Hobbs back, and I think he'll get back in a game or two,
Yeah. I
but
mean, I
we'll see.
think what you guys just need a middle line, a Mike or a middle linebacker that, like, can control your defense, like a leader, someone that steps up, commands your defense, is very good at stopping the run. I know you have Martinez. I don't know how he's
Well,
doing
no,
this year.
Perryman was a Pro Bowler last year, and Perryman is our best run defender as far as our tackler. He tackles everything in sight.
Right, right. I
And then you
did.
bring in
He was playing.
Martinez,
He
and
looked
it's
like
not
he
a
was
bad
playing with.
combination.
Yeah, he looked like he was playing with effort. I like what I
Yeah.
saw from him. But the secondary, I think you need a solid cornerback one. I think you need. I know you said Hobbs is injured. That's your cornerback one, right? Like your cornerback.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, I guess that could be an effect. That could be a problem. But yeah, I mean, just all around, I thought it was like no phase of your game played good. Like it was just a team loss. I didn't see one specific area. I mean, the defense was like, that's what you get with. That's the defense you're gonna get with Patrick Graham. I hate to break it to you guys, but
Well,
Patrick Graham,
you're a Giants fan. You know what Patrick Graham's defense
he
is.
has one style of defense, and if that fails, you're screwed. Basically, that's kind of how he works. He doesn't adjust in game. He plays a very basic zone defense that has a lot of holes in it, but if you have the right personnel, it works perfectly. And that might be what you're missing, the personnel for Patrick Graham's defense. I don't know. I don't know as a Raiders fan, but I don't know as a Giants fan, so I don't watch the Raiders that much. But that might be what you're missing. Yeah, but the problem, Patrick Graham, he doesn't really adjust in game. He kind of just has a game plan, and if that game plan fails, well, good luck. It kind of is kind of how it works. So, but I don't know is McDaniels calling your plays?
See, that's the question. We don't know, or at least we don't know officially.
Okay.
And that's the timer. And I will hold the timer, but I will answer the question. Officially, it's Mick Lombardi, who has been fired from the last couple of jobs. In fact, I think he was with the Saints. He might have been I know he was with the Saints. But you don't know that. And number says that he is calling the plays. So if McDaniels is calling the plays, then there's issues. And he was supposed to be the offensive coordinator of great rapport, to be the great play caller. But and see, we got Mick Lombardi is a rookie. No, he's not a rookie OC. That's not true, Carlos. He's not a rookie OC.
I mean,
go ahead.
I guess just to wrap it up, we've seen McDaniels as a head coach before in the NFL. So do you think that gives him, like, since it previously as a head coach, he didn't have a great start with Denver. So do you think that gives him
that's not true. Actually, he started like 6-0 or 8-0 with the Broncos. He did.
Right.
I mean, he started 8-0 or 6-0, and then he started losing everything in sight.
Right. What I was trying to say is, like, he didn't have a great start to his head coaching career with the Broncos. Like that's what it didn't work out there. It didn't work out there. So do you think that gives him a shorter leash with the Raiders, or do you think you're going to give him more time?
I don't know. It depends upon, and I'll answer this and I'll let you go, brother, because it's a school night. It depends upon if you listen to Mark Davis.
Yeah.
Mark Davis says, and he gave you, what is it? There's a name for it. The seal of approval or whatever.
Is that your GM or your owner?
The owner.
Okay.
The owner. The GM is Dave Ziegler, and they're like a package deal, Ziegler and McDaniel. Okay.
All right.
And he said that Josh McDaniel is going to be the coach for years to come. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know whether that's true or if that's a smokescreen or if it's there's a name for it when the owner says, "Oh yeah, this guy's going to be with us for a while," and it's usually BS. But there's a name for it. I can't remember what it's called. But we'll see. If Josh McDaniels, the team needs to make a decision whether it's McDaniels or Carr.
Right.
Because one of them is not going to be there at the end of the year.
Yeah. Did you
One
see
of them's not going to be there at the end of the year. And I think, in my estimation, it's going to be Derek Carr that will be leaving.
Yeah, I think it will be too. I think he's just not going to work out in the McDaniels system. One last thing. Did you see the Darren Waller report that the Packers had interest and the Raiders just said no?
Well, I mean, if you're the Raiders and you have Darren Waller, if you have Darren Waller locked up when he's at his prime, I can see that. The other thing is this: if they made a trade and the Raiders said no, because remember, you got to pass a physical for a trade,
right?
And if he goes over there on a trade and they see that his hamstring is torn, not strained, then it comes out that his hamstring was torn, and maybe they didn't want to put it out there. Okay, that
Yeah.
he has a torn hamstring, not a strained hamstring. That might be one of the reasons why as well.
Well, that would explain why he's been out for so long.
Yes.
But have a good night, Captain. Thanks for letting me on again. You guys, if you guys lose to the Colts, with whatever was it Jeff Sunday or something like that?
Jeff Saturday. Yeah.
Jeff Saturday. Sorry, wrong day. Saturday.
Wrong day.
Not Sunday. If you lose to him, I'm
If we
sorry.
lose to Sunday on Saturday, or if we lose to Saturday on Sunday, it's still the same thing, right? We're losing to a day of the week on the day of the week.
I will be beyond belief if you lose to him. But on that note, have a good rest of your week, Captain. I will talk to you later.
Yeah, always a pleasure, bud. And like I said, continue to do well in school. That's all I can say. And thanks for always popping in.
Yep, of course. Peace.
All right, peace out. That's Gabe. Gotta see Gabe. So that means that I got a line. We're about 54 minutes into the show. Let me put this up again. Remember, you can hit the link. And no, you don't have to worry. You can cuss tonight. Blowing smoke up our royal arses. I know, I cleaned it up for you. I really think they're throwing the games. They might go on a winning streak. But okay, but if they go on a winning streak, then why throw games numbers? And by the way, thank you for being here. Now, Ed, I'm gonna disagree with this as well. In 2016, he was a candidate for MVP. He had a year of years, and had he not broken his ankle, things would have been different. Right? He hasn't played well since. That's the truth. Draft day. Okay. We're gonna get one. Jesse Raiders are for sure. No D Cars plays to the coach. Coach blowing. Coach is blowing. Hey, thanks, bye, Ed. And I want to make sure I say it right. Edoberto. Because guys, when I remember seeing you in Nolans, I wanted to make sure I was saying your name correct. If I screwed it up, I apologize. Yeah, and right, we showed up at the Superdome. We did. Nutty Raider Nate with the okay, well, Ziegler said he didn't get the right trade offers, like it was not enough. Well, that's a cover. I'm just saying maybe it wasn't good enough. Okay, hang on. Let me get to the boys. Okay, we're gonna hear from Doc. Doc, how you doing? Good to hear. Let me turn my phone down because I'm getting it twice with this. 1 second, Doc. I'm not because again, when my phone rings, it also rings on the computer, and that's too much sound. There we go. Yeah. So what's going on, partner? Huh? Okay. Well, we got the Philippine cussing out of the way. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man? I'm sorry about what happened yesterday.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's disheartening to go to the games and seeing at first the first quarter effort was there, and then it just kind of went away.
I saw the score 20-0, and I was like, wow, this is going to be a hell of a fucking turnaround for the Raiders.
Yeah.
And then I saw the second half, and I went, what just happened?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, I mean they didn't score. They didn't score in the second half, and they allowed them to score each time they had it. And they had the ball available at the end, like they could have done something, but they didn't do anything. And it's just the way it is.
You know what hurts me, Jay? And you're gonna laugh at me when I say this. It's okay. Every time something happens to the team, I'm noticing it's easy to reach out to the new coach and say you're not effective. But the thing is, the coach can give out all the great plays he wants. But if you don't execute, you're not going to win the game.
True.
That's the bottom line. They've got to execute. You know, I used to get mad with Jim Plunkett back in the 70s, and I mean, damn, man, what is it? And every time what happened, after I grew up and I realized what was really going on was they didn't give him a front line. They didn't give him time to do his job. But when the Raiders give him a front line, I'll be damned, he won 2 Super Bowls.
Yep.
And that's the thing. It takes it, you know, Jay, I know I heard you a bad note there a few minutes ago. You know, it's a brotherhood. But what do you have to guard your left? Like we say in the military, look to your left, look to your right, look to your front, look to your back. That's who you look for.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you look for. And that's where our family is. That's who our brotherhood is. Brother and sisterhood now.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to depend on each other to make it happen. If we don't depend upon each other, it don't happen. Corey Dillon was an outcast of the Bengals. And Bill Belichick took him and said, "Come here. You can help me win a couple of Super Bowls," and I'll be damned if we didn't. He was our primary running back, and he ran all those throws teams, and he helped us win the Super Bowl. You know, a guy with a bad attitude problem, as a matter of fact, and he still put out for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
What? There are so many guys like that out there that people just throw away, and eventually they go somewhere else, and they do great things. I think that there's an intrinsic problem there. There's an intrinsic problem, and I don't think it's Jackson Daniels. I think he's the easy to point at because he's like Nick the new guy. Let's pick on Nick the new guy because nobody gives a shit about him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I think Josh has a great plan for the team. I think I don't want to say bad things about your quarterback because I'd be just do that. But I think Derek Carr, maybe he needs to move on.
Yeah. I think that's the general synopsis is that Carr doesn't fit. And again, the system is very similar to the system he ran in 2016. It's actually an offshoot of it, but it's an expanded system. It's a more in-depth system, and Carr is getting it, but everybody else isn't. But his throws have not been there. Okay. And if you can't throw the passes where they, you know, the receivers are getting them, but they're not getting them in stride, or they're not getting them, you know, as best as they can. And that's on Carr. I will give you that.
But they're not, if he was stroking it right, he'd be perfect. But the problem is he's not stroking it. Right. If he was stroking it, Jay, you got to be Jesus God, man. You got to be what 7-1, 8-1 easily.
I mean, we had a stinker. We had a stinker again in New Orleans, so that's a loss. And we had, I mean, yes, I mean, we gave it up. I think that it would be, what are we, 2-6? I think we could be like maybe 6-2, 5-3 in reality. But it's one of those things where woulda, coulda, shoulda, man, and it's just not happening.
Where do you see your defense, the guys in the trenches after the season?
Well, like I said, people are saying it already. Is that I think that and by the way, Carlos, you are correct, sir. I apologize. I was thinking of the other Lombardi. Our guy has never been an OC. You are right. I was thinking of the other Lombardi. I don't know as far as what we would see in the defense. Hey, Lady T's in here. Good to see you, sweetheart. Lady, so we got Lady T, we got China, we got Anna, we got some ladies all in here. We had Celia in here earlier, so we the salute to the ladies. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you saying about our defense? What was the question, Doc?
Where do you to see your defense at the end of the season. I mean, honestly, you've got some great guys in your defense, Jay. You've got a great defense. But the problem is, where are the guys in the back?
Well, they need some more corners, man. We need some more corners.
Speed is what you need. You need speed.
Well, but you're going to have to, and I will say this as well, and the numbers said it as well. We're not getting any push up the middle, and that has got to change. That's why we got rid of Hankins, because we got a draft pick for him. When and he wasn't going to be there next year anyway. So we ended up getting a draft pick for him. We do need somebody like, remember Jordan Davis was in the draft. We weren't going to get him anyway because we traded our first and our second to get Adams. Okay. And I agree with Worm. Webb's not a bad corner. We need to groom him. We need some new blood. Webb is a big corner, and I like that. I like Amick Robertson, but again, his intangibles are his size, his physical, and we need more oomph. We need more oomph. Vita Vea is from Milpitas. Okay, well, Vita Vea, if Vita Vea is a free agent, and I like Vita Vea, Lady T. Remember, I'm in Tampa. Is he a free agent? Let me know about that, because you bring him up, and I agree, our defense does suck. And this as well. Chandler Jones is the biggest free agent bust. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna Doc, the clock went off, so I'm gonna finish this thought, and I'm gonna ask you for one more thought. Okay. If Chandler Jones is doing what the defensive coordinator is telling him to do, it's not his fault. If they're telling him that he needs to do X, Y, and Z, and he's doing X, Y, and Z, then he's doing what the boss says, right? He hasn't been a pass rusher per se, and so we gotta let it go with that. But if he's not doing the job, then yeah, he is a big free agent bust, and that is true. Go ahead, Doc. One last thought.
Then you had the guy named Donovan Darius with the Jaguars when they first started out. And at first they were kind of like, this guy's going to be broken. He's going to break it up. He was a great free safety. He was also a great guy on the outside. There are so many guys like him that people don't look at, don't take seriously, and they're so worried about getting the guy from USC or the guy from UCLA or from Alabama. They don't go to schools like Georgia Southern or to Southern University, those kind of places. They don't go to HBCUs. There are so many talented players out there, Jay. My God. I want to cry sometimes thinking about it. I mean, don't get mad at me. Tom Brady won 99. Look where he went.
I know.
It just, but people tell me to go F myself because I don't know anything. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Bob Kraft and Bill Belichick and what's his name? Scott Pioli looked at that guy and he went, "Is he kind of scrawny?" Yeah, you know what? 9 Super Bowls, 6 Lombardies, can't beat it.
Yeah, that and the Jordan rules for football, though. I'm going to tell you that. Yes, he has the numbers, he has the rings, but he also had the Jordan rules because he was anointed as the chosen one.
Well, no, because he took place from Bledsoe and he got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He wasn't anointed nothing. He was. You know what they did? They said, okay, look, take a seat. And Bill Belichick wanted to get rid of Bledsoe anyway, so he got what he wanted. And he also had Jimmy G. But Tom Brady pushed the 50 bit. He got rid of Jimmy G, and then he left.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, Jay, the truth of the reality is, if you want to win, you're going to find a way to win.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're not there, you're not there. You're not there. That's the way it is. I mean, we lost to the Giants twice. How do you lose to the same team in the Super Bowl twice? Because they're friends. And they don't bump into each other inside none. They were both under Parcells,
Mm-hmm.
those defensive coordinators. So they know what they were doing. That's why it was ultimate chess game when they played each other. Now, I'm going to hang up. I'm sorry I'm holding you up.
That's
I
right.
love you, my brother. I love you all my heart and soul. Take care. Best love in the family.
Uh-huh.
And if I don't hear from you before then, have a happy Thanksgiving. And then, whoa, hang on a second, man. Heineken's not far down the road either.
Well, it's coming. It's coming. I think I missed Yom Kippur, but I think I missed it this year. Oh well. But it was in. I didn't know when it was, but don't worry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it, Doc. All right. Hey, thanks again. Love you as well, brother. You take care.
Take care. Good night.
Good night. That's Doc Cabral. That's my bud, my other brother from another mother. Ms. T, according to China, and I'm going to put this up again, Vita Vea is not a free agent. I would love to have Vita. The dude is like the second coming of Sam Adams. You know, not the beer. Sam Adams, the big fire plug defensive tackle. Did I see Seabass at the game? No. Worm's been smoking a lot of weed. I don't care much for McNuggets. Yeah, Deron Harmon's been our best safety. I agree with that, Carlos. Christmas commercials. Dude, Christmas comes earlier each year. If you want to go into the show, I know I have Miss T out there. Miss T, if you want to call in, that would be great. It would be better if you hit the link. The sound is better. The sound is better if you hit the link. By the way, I'm not mesmerized, but the Ravens are beating the Saints 17-3 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. And these are the same Saints that blew us out last week. You want to hit the link, it'd be great. But I'm here for another 80, not 80 minutes. 50 minutes? 45 is for you. The Menace, thank you. Good to salute to you as well. Anna Diaz is laughing. And he also salutes the nation. If you want to come into the show, yeah, there you go. Yeah, and they're beating the Saints. Matthew, did I already mention I didn't see Seabass? No. I was in the end zone. I was actually in the same area that I was a couple years ago because I saw the same gal I had issues with the last time we were in Jacksonville. I took a picture with her again. There was no issues this year. But there were issues a couple years ago. No issues this year. It was nice. Anyway, if you want to hit the link, and remember you can cuss tonight. This is not going out on Roku. Yeah, critique. It's been horrible. And you know, I'm not saying this because I'm saying I wasn't going to the Colts game anyway. I said it months ago, like Thanos was saying, this is planned. I said before, I'm not going to the Colts game. I am not going to the Seattle game. I am not going to the Ram game, and I'm not going to Pittsburgh. I'm not doing that. The other games I will be at. I already have my plans. So my season is set. The only way that it will change, and here's the quantifier. The only way it will change is if my work gives me crap for not having enough vacation time. That's the only way it'll change, and hopefully that won't happen because I'm trying to keep my hours. That's why I drove back. You know, so I didn't have to take any vacation hours. This week I don't have to take vacation hours. Next week I don't have to take vacation hours until I leave for the Denver game. Oh yeah, critique. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, okay. Maybe if you hop in a little later, is the pool in Jacksonville Stadium still? Yes, it's still there. And we're going to hear from Dirty Low. Thanks for coming in, Dirty. 1 second there, partner. Good to see you. I want to get this last comment in. I hurts my soul just on TV in person is another level because you see the Raider night. They're putting their money, energy, time for this. I see it. Yeah. And hopefully I'll meet you as well, Carlos. And yes, the pool is still there. All right, let's go to my buddy Dirty Low. Dirty Low, how you doing, bud? And thanks for coming in, man. Always good to see you. Up, hello. Up, volume. Okay. No volume. You want to come back out and then come back in? 1 second.
Check. There you go.
Okay.
Better?
Yeah. Turn it up though, brother. I can't hear you.
Yeah, my the way my thing's set up, it just does what it wants to. So
Okay.
How you been, man? I haven't talked to you in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, and then last time I seen you was in Madeira.
Yeah, dude, it's been God. That's months ago.
Yeah, I know it flew by, man. It flew by, and not in a good way.
Yeah, actually, they say that there's an issue with sound. So
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, crank it up.
All right, there. I try to. I don't want my mic being way too loud. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So.
I got you. In fact, I'm gonna pause you, give you some extra time because we were having sound issues. So
no problem. No problem.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you got your sound issues. You got your
Perfect.
lighting
issues.
You got to have your perfect face in there. You know.
Well, I got to in there just like the perfect stand.
Gotta get the best side.
Gotta get this side. Gotta get the good side. Right? All the sides are good.
So yeah, talk to me, man. It's been a minute, man. And what do you see, man? It's what are your thoughts here?
It's depressing, man. It's. I you know it gets me to the point to where it's like, okay, is this something normal that we always see? You know what I mean? But like now it's at the point to where it's like I'm coming up with trying to do 6 degrees of separation to where I'm trying to connect dots and because Brady did this and this and this is the reason why we're doing this and they're trying to we just suck. It's just when it comes down to it's like we're not playing football and we're not executing 4 quarters of football. I don't care if we put 3 points on the board. My biggest thing is everyone's throwing Carr under the bus. They want to throw everybody under the bus, bro. I don't like that. It's like fair weather friends in a sense. It is annoying and it is tiring, man. It's like, dude, when is it going to end? But, I'm just going to hold on to the season, man. I know I was going to go to the Patriots game and I was going to meet up with you then. But,
yeah.
I'm actually going to go to the Rams game. Me and Gabe are going to the Rams game and stuff like that. So, yeah, I was thinking the Patriots game too.
Going back to LA, man. I ain't not
really
no LA for me, man. No LA. Yeah, I got to do it. I got to do it in the sounds of LA. And the reason why is because of the security. They were assholes.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I think that Halo was there too. A couple other guys that they were with the masks and all that stuff. And I know they were giving you shit too, right? They were giving you shit about your pins.
And Kansas City finally made me take my medal off, so I ain't going back to Kansas City either. I'm crossing these stadiums off the list that I don't have to go back to. I'm going to save money.
Yeah, but we won't have Captain Jack there. That's the difference.
But I mean, I know. But if I don't go, well, okay, maybe I'll go to the stuff. I just won't go inside. Maybe.
Got you.
Maybe.
Oh, like tailgate and stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe. But it's still expensive. I got to go out there, and I got to fly. I got to get hotel rooms, so it's still expensive. It just because I like when I go to the games. By the way, I have you on pause, so because when I'm talking, you're getting your time. It's still a big expense because remember, I'm flying from Florida to all of these different places. It's still big money.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the one thing I can say, and the other thing is that I normally go home the next day, like on a Monday. Now, if I don't go to the game, maybe I would just go after the game to the airport, which would save time. but it's funny because again, I have all my metal on, right? Okay. And I got a troll and you dabba do whatever. Wait, Duval really messes y'all up, made y'all finish as losers in Oakland. No, the officials did that. Had your quarterback taking shot. Okay, yeah. You're allowed, and thanks for coming in, whoever you are. The thing is that the officials gave you guys the game in Oakland. The officials gave you guys the game in Oakland because Carr had a first down. He slid in bounds. The game was over. Okay. And I paid big money to be behind in front row. I paid big money to be in the front row. You don't know what I paid for my tickets. It's none of your business. Okay. But anyway, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you.
Hit that like
Appreciate
button on your way out.
Appreciate the view. Okay.
Go
ahead. Go ahead there, Lo. I'm putting the timer back on.
No, I was just saying, just hit the like button. Just hit the like button on your way out, man.
Like it or whatever. Thank you.
Yeah, I know you have the timer and stuff like that. I was just more trying to, it's a little frustrating that everything is going on right now. We can look at all aspects of it. I really feel defense is a big issue, man.
Big issue, yeah.
What was it, 30 seconds? And they went, 75 yards and got a field goal, and then the team was off the field for how many? I think a total of 15 minutes, and then they expect them to come back in and just all of a sudden get a rhythm after all this time that's been passed. You know what I mean? And if you really look at some of the situations that has happened, the offense is off the field for a very, very long time, either at the end of the end of the half or going into the half or whatever, not to where they're off. Like they're coming in like 30 minutes down the line, 45 minutes down the line, and then you expect them just to be on point. It's very, very difficult. There has to be a balance. I thought people tell me that I'm crazy, but like I can see our defense maybe giving us up 6 plays and out. Three and out is too fast. People ain't ready. You got to kind of give them that extra play. Let them maybe get a first and then get the stop. You know what I mean? That's a big thing for me. Time management. And if you look at all the games, and one of the biggest things that I was happy about was the time management with the Patriots because they ran the ball. They would just take time off the clock. I thought that same system was going to come into with us right now, but it's not happening, bro. And it's not happening at all. And we need both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and like I said, we're not getting production from and again, Derek Carr has not been on point. And like I said, and people say that I'm a Carr supporter. No, I will tell you when he sucks. I will tell you when he's done well. And when he's not on point, he's not on point.
Nope.
There are catches that should be made, but and if it's in my estimation, if it hits you in the hands, you should have it. But maybe it's like, okay, if it hits you in the hands, but there's really not enough of it to catch. Okay, but his passes yesterday were wide and low. And although I saw, and I'm gonna say a curse word right now, I saw Travis Kelce last night catch a pass that was like way behind him, and he caught it. Okay, so it is on the receivers as well, but Carr has not been on point, and I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree with you too. He has underthrown balls, but also, you got to remember this is the NFL. Like the mirror ball they threw was completely underthrown. I don't think he would have been, and technically it wasn't even underthrown. Derek Carr has this drop ball that I've never seen anybody in the NFL, even to this day. It's usually whatever, but he has this ball that just comes in and just drops. And that's what he was trying to do. This little, I don't know if he spins the ball a certain way or whatever or not. That's why it looked like that, because it has this hang. It's had the hang with Cooper, Crabtree, Roberts, everybody. It's just the way he throws the ball. So that's why it looks like that. But yet, my quarterback, our quarterback, any quarterback is going to have miscues. You know what I mean? Yes, he's been off, but then he's came back. and we don't need him throwing 300 yards. 250, maybe 275, and consistent completion percentage, we're good to go. But okay, who dropped some balls yesterday? Adams dropped 4 key balls.
Yeah.
Renfro dropped like 3 or 4. The balls are in their hands.
Yeah.
Now we're talking bad about Waller, and obviously we haven't seen him, but he wasn't putting both hands on the ball. Nobody else on this team is doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And even when they did, they're still dropping balls. So
yeah, it's a combination.
it's a combination. It's
the
not
car
just
need to be a little bit more crisp, and the receivers need to. But see, that's the thing. That is why I'm saying that when they're talking about the team is not giving their effort, they're not giving their all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a locker room thing. It's a team thing. That I don't know if the team is quit, but they're half-assing a lot. That's offense and defense. They're half-assing a lot.
It's bipolar. Like people keep on talking about McDaniels, him just not being the head coach. And everyone's like, oh, well, he goes back and he goes and does this and he does that. That took time. Belichick took time with Brady, and it just like he already knew what Brady was going to do. And see the system that's being implemented right now that I've been telling everybody, it was built by Brady. It wasn't just built by McDaniels. McDaniels is not this guru or anything like that. In order for it to work, you needed Brady. Now, Brady won Super Bowls without him. He won majority of them with him. So he helped build that.
Right.
So a couple other content creators saying square peg in a round hole, which is true. Now, knowing physics and everything like that, if you angle it right, you can get it in. You know what I mean?
I know a couple gals that can do that as well.
Right. Hey, give me the numbers. Let's run the numbers. But it's just I don't think it's being implemented the right way. I know that it will work because I was even saying Carr was playing like Brady-esque because he was bouncing on his feet. He wasn't tapping his feet. He looked comfortable. He waited till the blitz come. He didn't pressure nothing. That's the way Brady plays if you watch him. He drops 8-9 yards back, bounces, does that little bounce, and I guarantee you McDaniels is making Carr try to play like Brady, and it's not going to work. Carr's smart, and he's throwing like shit right now. So I don't think we should throw the whole dumpster fire. I think the season is gone, but I think we're going to end up 8-8.
Well, it'd be 9-8
or 9. Or I think I'll say it'll be 8-9. I'd say 8-9.
Yeah.
I'll say 8-9.
Okay. And yeah, Matthew, if she lays sideways, you can do round peg, square hole, or was it round hole, square peg? There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Matt Marinovich. That's what I was gonna say too. Brady. Everyone's getting on McDaniels about him going and talking to Carr. He used to do that with Brady all the time. Oh, because he's the offensive coordinator, right? But he was calling the plays too, so he's still up there on the front lines. Belichick, when the offense was on the field, Belichick was that back there talking to defense. So you know what I mean. So you can't really use that in a sense, but he did do the same thing that what offensive guys do and what defensive guys do. The defensive guy goes talk to the defensive players. It doesn't matter who they are. It just, even though they implement it, they still have their plan. And so the communication is just hard to break because that's what they've been doing for years. So I'm writing it out, and I was trying to get rid of my LA tickets, but I'm just going to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, I will see you. When am I seeing you? Patriots?
I was planning on going to the Patriots game, but I don't think I'm going to go unless I get these tickets that might come up, or it might be a last minute because I know Raider Gabe's going. I know me and Gabe are going to be in LA. I know Gravy's going to be with us. So, well, you met Gravy. We're together and stuff there. So yeah, but I mean, before the game and stuff like that, man, I'll jump on another live whenever you have them. I tend to cuss a little bit, so I try to do your uncensored ones.
Yeah, and I was gonna say when it's uncensored, if you guys ain't coming in, you're fucked because again, you got a good opportunity where I can cuss and you can cuss.
Yeah, I just want to be respectful because I don't want you to get demonetized, or I don't know how that works.
Well, it's not that. It's that the Roku channel, which is on Northeast Streaming Sports, they want me to be clean.
Got you.
That's what it is. It's not a matter of monetization. I can give a shit about monetization.
Oh yeah.
Because I know for a fact that the guys that have like 8,000-9,000 subscribers and they're saying fuck every couple words, they're still monetized.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, though, some of those guys have certain. I really don't know, because you can have a certain sponsor that they don't want you, or certain things. I don't know. What you got behind the scenes, or you have Phillies back there. I know. So I don't know. You never know. So yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and trust me, I'd love to have that problem. 8,000. Yeah, but you know what? It's okay, because again, I don't do this for the money. I do this because I enjoy hanging out with people.
Yeah. We've I'm gonna do a different channel. This is like, the Raiders have always been my team, man, since '83. I was a kid, 5 years old. Remember the touchdown from Marcus Allen? Remember it? You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So I'm just gonna do my every Saturday show. Yeah, every Saturday. I know you're probably on the road or whatever. Not Saturday mornings, West Coast. I will send you a link, brother. You're more than welcome to pop up anytime.
Saturday morning, West Coast?
Yes, 10 to 12. 10 to 12. I do it every Saturday. I just started doing it again. So I'm only going to do one fan show a week, and that's about it. And that's all I'm going to get into. Yeah.
10 to 12 East Coast time?
Oh, West Coast.
Okay, so 10, 1, 2, so
it'll
1.
Be, 7 year time.
1 in the afternoon. Okay, yeah, I might be up.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'll send you a link. I mean, I got all your information and stuff like that. So I'll send it to
you. Yeah, please do. And text me the night that you got my real phone number, right?
I do not. Go to
okay, hang on. Go in private chat right now.
I got you.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my real phone number. It's in private chat right now. Okay. Did you see private chat?
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'll screenshot it real quick.
That's not the Google number. That's my number.
Gotcha.
Text me like Friday night and Saturday. So I say, hey, and I always tell people when they start a message with, hey, schmuck, if you start a message with, hey, schmuck, that means I spoke with you and I need to act on it. If you don't start it with, hey, schmuck, it's just some guy talking to me.
I got you. I'll put, hey, schmuck, this is low.
Hey, schmuck, here's the link, you fucking asshole. Come into my show.
All right, brother. Hey, man, thank you for letting me on, man. Everybody, nation, man, just hold on, man. We'll be all right. It's gonna be a long year, but while you guys are at the games or while you're doing anything, man, enjoy your time with your people, your fans, your friends. Drink a beer, smoke a J, do whatever you want to do, but just enjoy what we can out of it. You know what I mean? It sucks, but it's what we got to do.
Yeah.
So, Cap, always a pleasure, man.
You got it, man. Thanks for coming in, Dirty. Good seeing you, man.
All right, later.
All right, that's Dirty Low. Remember, hey, schmuck. If I tell you, hey, like Raider G's in the house, right? And Raider G, and I agree with this. 8 or 9, we can't beat the Jags. Am I seeing 8 wins? No. If we got our shit together, yeah. Seriously. If we got our shit together, yeah, we could do that. I mean, I think that we're gonna have a top. I know it's a top 10 pick, could be a top 5 pick, and then it's one of those pick the right guy. If you're doing this because you need a quarterback that is a runner and a passer, right? Then hit the right. Is it CJ Stroud? Is it Bryce Wood? What's his name? The kid from Bama. Is it the kid from Kentucky? Is it Herndon? It's Herndon from Tennessee. Get the right guy. Get the right guy. And I remember when the fan ran out to the field, it was a Raiders fan trying. Did they show it on TV? because remember when they won't normally give at least he wasn't a streaker. Okay. You know, because don't look, Ethel. It's too late. Oh, we've been mooned. Okay. I don't think it's we're going to see the most eyebrow teams, and just one. We were, Gabe. We were. I agree. It's no, if we haven't gotten our shit together by now, then we won't. True. And that's why I said the team's not play. The team is not playing. Figure out we had Jake. Yeah, that's true. Oh, yes, it was on TV. Okay, good. I'll send it to you, Cap. What did I ask for? China? What did I ask? I asked something from China. Oh, that was on TV. I'm just asking. Somford. Yeah, she was shirt off. He was shirtless. Yeah, he wasn't streaking. But here, God, this is going to sound. He was a good-looking dude. He was, he was chiseled. He looked good. I wish I looked that good. I wish I was that young again. I wish I looked that young again. You say it like it's a bad thing, Earl. Say it like a bad thing, Earl. That's too late. Oh, we've been mooned. 5 and 12. I can see that. 7 max. That's it. It was paused. Yeah, good looking young kid. I would have preferred a lady running onto the field with shirtless, but that's me. That's me. All right, guys, we got some time. We're 1:35 into the show. I'm gonna put the link up again. Hopefully, you guys can come in, guys and gals, mates and wenches. Remember, tomorrow night is the ladies' night, silver and black ladies' night with Peggy and Heidi, otherwise known as DC Wench. Peggy, Kevlar prom dress, Heidi, and me, and a guest. I can't remember who it is. Anybody but a lemon. We need to draft a quarterback. I said, is it CJ Stroud? Is it what do you call it? Is it Bryce? What's his name? Bryce Young. Okay, I got it. Bryce Young. I almost said Bryce Howard. That's the actress, right? Then it's the question. Of making the right choice. Making the right choice. It's on my timeline. Okay. The only positive was no Cracker Jack trick plays. Yeah. No. Did they try? I thought they had. No, actually, I don't know. There was no end arounds yesterday. McDaniels Graham taking on purpose to get rid of Carr and start over next year. But but the team isn't executing, Francisco. In order to do that, you have to have the cooperation of the team, right? I mean, it's both. The play calling sucks because that's what the team says. The team says the play calling sucks. Yeah, I know. And Derek Carr, Bob Money, good to see you on here, partner. Derek Carr is terrible this year. He's not terrible. I don't actually. Where is it? And somebody find this because I haven't looked. I admit it. So I haven't looked. Somebody find where Derek Carr is ranked amongst the 32 starting quarterbacks. Tell me what his numbers are. Okay, tell me what his numbers are. I don't know. I think it's probably middle of the road. He's not the greatest. He's not the worst. And yeah, the Niners are playing better than us. See, now we're going after the Derek Carr, Jimmy G stuff. Jimmy G's not going to be there next year. Is Jimmy G going to be? He was 19. Thank you there, 7528. He was 19, which means he's a little below the average, right? Because 32 teams, he's 19th. He's not the greatest, but he's not the worst. He's not the greatest. He's not the worst. And numbers, is Waller going to play any more games? I would say no. If he has a torn hamstring, and Gabe says Carr is 10 on QBR. It all depends on what stats you ask. Thanks for getting these. Only Carr, Adams, JJ, Max playing hard this season. Rest of the team told the tank. Okay. If that's true, then there you go. The defense is really bad. Carr has 11 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Not the greatest. So, and again, the team is 2-6. You are what your record says you are. CBS Sports has them at 19. So, yeah, it depends on what you're looking at. Waller's playing games with the Aces. Yeah, I know. And Jimmy G isn't any better than Carr. He isn't. Was that a pick? Yeah, that's a pick. Did Taysom Hill actually throw the ball? Did I see that? Was that Taysom Hill that threw the ball? Oh no, it was Dalton. Okay, because I saw Taysom Hill on the field. Another pick. Okay, let's see here. Dalton. Yeah, it was Dalton, and it was batted up in the air, and then one other dude's got. Raiders have blown, and this is the disheartening. They've blown 3 games of 70-point leads this season. And it's like, would they blow 5 all in their career? And yeah, I saw that stat. The offense is 100%. The opposing offense is 100% in the red zone, all touchdowns. Do you want Lamar Jackson? That's the question. Do you want Lamar Jackson? Because what's his contract? Because here's the thing. You're going to draft a quarterback and you're going to get a quarterback, okay? So are you going to be able to pay Lamar? Let's say it's Lamar Jackson. Are you going to pay Lamar Jackson because remember, Carr's not making 40 million. He's making 35, I think. I think it's 35. Do you want to pay Lamar Jackson and draft a young quarterback? Richard Davis likes Louisville players. We need a rookie, and I agree with that. If you're going to do the rebuild, do it with a rookie quarterback. Guy go to offload drafting first round. Name a good first round pick the Raiders drafted. Good first round pick recently. Josh Jacobs. He was a first round pick. Probably the best first round pick we've had in a while. I finished my lemonade. I didn't have any Arnold Palmer, so I finished my lemonade. It's not abysmal, just the board. Guys are great with their remarks tonight. Go after Lamar, maybe. Mac 50 who? Yeah. Matthew, he was a good first round pick. Asa Brown says Lamar isn't going to thank you for that, Asa. But he can sign with anybody. He is a free agent. Out of how many, and he is a running back, maybe not. You asked. I'm just saying. No, G, I don't think that's true. I think that Stidham will be here to teach whoever. But if they if it's a Jarrett, right? Jarrett Stidham, I think that's his name. I don't think he's going to be. Well, he might be our starter for letting groom the young kid because he does know the offense. The tail will be when Derek Carr is not there. And Asa, thank you. That was the other thing. Is Aaron Rodgers? What is his contract status? What is his contract? Can he go after this year? And how much does he make? And we do need a speedy receiver, one with hands. And I agree that Henry Ruggs was the truth. And unfortunately, we all know what happened. So again, we got about 10 minutes, folks. I'm going to hit that link one more time. If you want to come in, like I said, before the show is over, we got about 15 minutes, 10 minutes of airtime. Hit the link. Here's the link. Hope to hear from you guys. Oh, you know what? I didn't know, and I didn't have this on. Like and subscribe and share. Like and subscribe and share. Thank you for that. Hopefully there wasn't anybody in the chat because I didn't see anything I needed to get rid of. So I apologize. No, I know, G. Oh my God, I know that. I'm gonna put the comment up, and somebody was saying that. Oh my God, I hope not. I hope not. Okay, we got Francisco's going to be coming in. Hang on a second. Let me get Francisco in here. Francisco, good to hear from you, partner. What's going on with you? And give me your best, brother. You got 5 minutes.
All right, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you well.
All right. Well, I just wanted to talk about this last game. We had a 17-point lead. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And a 17-point lead again for the third time this season.
Right.
And every time we go into halftime, I don't know what McDaniels does, but he changes the whole game plan. Even Adam said this.
Yeah.
They don't stick with what's working. And I just think they're tanking. I honestly think that McDaniels doesn't want Carr as his future quarterback.
That I agree with.
Get rid of him.
Yeah.
And Graham is following along, allowing any opposing NFL offense to score 100% of the time when they get to the red zone.
Okay.
Who's heard of that?
Okay, but I got to ask, in order to tank, you have to have the players being complicit, right?
I think they are. I named them. I only see a few players playing hard out there. Carr, Adams, Josh Jacobs, Crosby, Billings. That's about it. Everybody else, I see just jogging, not playing hard. I don't see anyone else hustling. It's like it's just a throwaway season, and they know about it. They're just not playing hard. Look at who was it? Who's our defensive end we grabbed? Was doing nothing.
Oh, Chandler Jones?
Yeah. What the hell has Chandler Jones done? Can you tell me?
I think he has a sack, maybe, and maybe a tackle for loss, which he had against the Chargers the first game of the year, and that was it.
And there you go.
Yeah.
And Derek Carr, Mike was cut off yesterday during the conference when he was about to say something because he said that he was going to talk about it, but he didn't want to say it there. He wanted to keep it in-house, and then they cut off his mic soon after. I'm wondering what he said. I'm not sure if anyone saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just pissed off because, this was the whole plan, or maybe McDaniels decided after game 3, I don't know. But why did they sign Carr to a contract unless they just wanted Adams to come here and lock him in? That's the only thing I could think of.
And that's That's what I was saying. It's that they signed Carr first. They signed Carr first in order to get Adams, but they made the contract a throwaway after 1 year. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's like they signed Carr to lure Adams. They got Adams. Now I still don't go with the tanking. I just say that the players are not playing for McDaniels, which is a inadvertent tanking because they're not performing.
Usually, I would agree with you on that. But after blowing 3 games with 17-point leads, I start to question this because I'm just like, what's going on? I mean, why are we blowing 17-point leads when, any other NFL team would guarantee win that game?
Mm-hmm.
Makes no sense to me. None.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've seen it. I was there for the Cardinals game. I was there for the game yesterday. I was there for the Kansas City. I was there for all of those games. And it was a matter of the team just not put the team played well in the first half or the first quarter and then just went into coast mode and they couldn't keep up. And that's offense and defense. So, I mean, like I said, I don't think that, and let me stop the clock. I'm going to cede your time. I don't think that you can say that it's tanking per se. It's just that the players are not giving effort, and in that respect, if you're not into it, when the coach has lost the locker room, it's an inadvertent tanking because the players don't want to perform for somebody that they don't respect. That's the point.
Here's the last thing I'm going to say.
Right?
Last year, Derek Carr had Waller, Renfro, and Zay Jones, and Ruggs for part of the, Ruggs was, gone, I think, 5 or 6, right? And we made the playoffs with all that drama going on. So what happened between, last year and now? The coaching, obviously. Renfro has disappeared. Renfro's not the same receiver under this scheme.
True.
He's not allowed to do his little shifty moves anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He has to follow exactly what McDaniels says. And I think just like McDaniels just basically neutering the offense on purpose to tank this year. I truly, he's not adapting it to the players, what their skill sets are. I think he's purposely tanking for next year. I don't even think he wants to rush Waller back. He's probably hoping Waller doesn't return this year.
Well, Waller should return this year if he has a torn hamstring. He doesn't. If he has a torn hamstring, I don't want to have him return next year or this year either.
Yeah, exactly. Saving him for next year. That's what I got to say.
Okay.
And I'll let you finish the rest of the show. Thanks.
I appreciate it, partner. Thanks for coming in. And that was Francisco Pancho. Thanks, Francisco. Like I said, if you use the word tank, you have to. It's tanking is the 1919 Chicago White Sox. It was the whole team was in on it. That's tank. That is deliberately losing. That is deliberately losing. I don't think the players are deliberately losing. I think that they have lack of effort. That's the difference. I think they have lack of effort. So, and Mike Sarah is adamant about it. Chargers in 2020 blew 4 games with at least 16 points. Would we blown 3 at 17? It's close. It's close. Oh, another sideline call in New Orleans. I bet you if it was Adams, they would have said that he didn't have his feet in or something. Stupid thing that. And I agree. This tank talk is, I don't think they're tanking. I just think that they're not playing up to their ability. And I agree, Alan, that in this respect, you are correct. It's a matter of the players are not performing to standards. That's true. The players are not performing to standards. And that is what is unnerving. That is what is unnerving, is when you're not playing to standards. Yeah, because Carr's not playing well. And geez, yeah. If you don't want to play, you're not going to perform like you should. And our defense was horrible. I can possibly worm to a point, maybe, but he also might not have the player. And I'm talking about Graham this time. I'm talking about Graham as far as defensive wise. He doesn't have all of the pieces of the puzzle. He doesn't have all of the pieces of the puzzle. And if he has all of the pieces, then I think that they would play better. Waller, like I said, Waller's not playing because he has a torn hamstring, but people don't know it's torn. There is no secondary. Kerry, thank you for coming in here. I love it. I love it when my Raiderettes are in here too. There's obviously an issue. G Mike, good to see you, brother. I knew that was you when you went from Facebook. I thank you for being here. Of course, I'm saying hey, and I will say this as well. I want to thank Carrie for keeping me awake the other night when I was driving. I needed to talk to because I had done 9 hours at work. I was driving from Tampa to Jacksonville, and I was close to having an accident. And Carrie was kind enough to call me because I asked her. I said, "Hey, can you talk to me? I want to say thank you for that, Carrie Walton. Thank you for that, because talking as well as the stop at Dunkin' Donuts." Or actually, there's Dunkin' now. It's not even donuts, but I had the coffee with the caramel and the sugars. So yeah, thank you, honey. Car, can you blame them? Who would want to play? Okay, well, man, I got it. No confidence, and it starts from the catatonic. Well, Sharif, you're Barbs, man. Or excuse me, Thanos. And yeah, I was on TV. I was here's what got me at the start of the game when the announcer said the Jagoffs had to break a 5-game losing streak, and then ding, we lost. Yeah. So we're close to the stop. Eric, I'm doing okay. Eric, I'm sorry you're coming in at the very end. I gotta I know it's not on Roku, and I know I don't have to keep it at 2 hours, 2 minutes, 2 hours, but I'm tired and I need to go to bed. So we're gonna do like the normal 2 hour spots. And apologies, but I gotta get to bed because I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, and that's not good for me health wise. So see, even Carrie says I have to get to bed. And Eric, you're right. Stability or wanting to play. They don't want to play for the coach. They don't want to play for the coach. Thank you for being here again. Remember tomorrow it is Silver and Black Ladies Night. Silver and Black Ladies Night, 9:00 Eastern here on this channel. Wednesday will be the regular Wednesday shows. It'll be Wild Wild West show. Wild Wild West show at 7:30 Eastern, followed by NFL Nation Live at 9:00. Then Thursday, it's another episode of You Don't Know Jack About Sports. So you got an action-packed week. I'm doing the extra show because, again, I didn't do one last night. So thank you for being here. Please share this up. Please comment after the show. It gets the numbers up. And I thank you. If you want to be a member of the channel, you can push subscribe. You can push subscribe. And I appreciate that. I saw some people in here that's new. Raider G's in here. Alan Bourne is in here. Thank you, Asa, for being in here. Chris Gang, good to see you as well. Yeah, Worm, I'm going to get some sleep. Alfredo, I will get some sleep. Yeah, after driving, yeah, I know. You got to. And Eric, catch you up on the time. And thank everybody for being here. Thank everybody for being here. It's always a pleasure. It is. It's always a pleasure seeing everybody. And thank you guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, mates and wenches. You guys keep me going. Really, you guys keep me going. I mean that. So come back in tomorrow. Like I said, Silver and Black Ladies Night, 9 to 11 or 9 to whenever the ladies say I'm out. Normally it's like 90 minutes, but it'll be a good show tomorrow night. We love seeing you. Thank you. Thank you there, brother. Appreciate that, Worm. And Carrie, thank you for keeping me awake. And Jimmy Furpo, Raiders. Good to see everybody tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. Be here. We'll see everybody. Take care.